What is going on, Washington fans? Welcome to Taking Command with Josh Taylor. That's me, of course. And oh man, this season's going exactly how it always goes. Washington's underperforming. The record doesn't look good. And by golly, our QB1 is hurt and out for a period of time. Who would have guessed it? If you're new to the fan base, welcome. This is what happens every single year. Carson Wentz with the drama off the field, on the field, it doesn't matter. But Carson Wentz is out for 4 to 6 weeks. They confirmed, Ian Rappaport said that he is in fact getting surgery. He's been in LA all day today looking at that hand with a specialist, and he has decided to get surgery. In my opinion, this is just speculation. Nothing official yet. They haven't said any kind of timetable if they are sending him to the IR, which I think they will, which is an automatic 4 games, which that's the minimum is what I'm thinking. But I'm looking at that Dak Prescott injury and how long he's been out, so 6 weeks now, possibly coming back next week. So it might even be more than 6 weeks. We don't know. But that ring finger for Carson Wentz, you could tell it was bothering him during the game against the Bears. He finished up an ugly win, of course, but still, he's out 4 to 6 weeks. So that leaves us with the question. Do you go with Taylor Heinicke, which they are, or do you go with Sam Howell? And if you follow me on Twitter at Josh Taylor FB, you see at the bottom of the screen there, this has been a big time topic on Twitter, not even just with me, but a lot of fans on Twitter, on social media, doesn't matter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever you got. Everyone's talking about Taylor Heinicke and Sam Howell. So that's what I'm here to do. And I've, obviously shown not my, displeasure with Taylor Heinicke being quarterback. But for me, everyone knows I'm a Sam Howell fan. You can check the videos on here. Met him at the Senior Bowl. Got to know him really well. Talked to him a bunch of times. Hung out with him a couple times. Got to see him practice and play every single day. And I was a fan coming out of Mobile at the Senior Bowl. And I said, I would love to draft this guy because I think he has some great things that are going to translate well to the pros. I think he looked great in the preseason game. Yes, I know it's preseason, but also in training camp when he was getting reps with ones, the twos, or the threes, going against the ones, twos, and threes on defense. I thought he looked great. Did he have perfect day every day? No. But I saw a lot of things out of Sam Howell that got me excited. So, of course, last year we had the same situation. I was at that game when Ryan Fitzpatrick goes down against the Chargers and he's out for the season. While he's on the ground, fans are sitting here cheering for Heinicke. And right there, that pissed me off because Fitzpatrick's literally on the ground laying there and they're chanting for the backup because that's who the Heinicke Hive wants, and I get it. For me, I am just dying for more. I'm sick of this Ashburn syndrome of mediocrity. And I have never seen a fan base celebrate and hold on to a touchdown in a losing playoff game more than I have with Washington of the pylon dive with Taylor Heinicke. Okay, he scored. It was great. Great story. Kind of bounced around. Teams, undrafted, XFL guy, sign him. He comes in, almost beats Tom Brady in the playoffs. Almost. It wasn't a playoff win. If we would have won that playoff game, I'd have a jersey hanging on the wall behind me because that's what I want to get to. I want to get to the playoffs. I want to be relevant again. I want to have something exciting to watch because this team, outside of the Jaguars game, has been frustrating to watch every single week with Carson Wentz and this stale-ass offense that Scott Turner's running. So, Taylor Heinicke, I get it. You love him. He's a local guy. I'm a Virginia boy. I love that he went to ODU. He grew up in Atlanta, but he played at ODU. I love that. I don't hate the guy. I have just seen enough. I watched every single game last year, and there was more times than not where I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Yes, he can run and make plays with his feet, and that's huge. That is monumental, but so can Sam Howell. I think he's a better runner than Taylor Heinicke. I think he showed it in college. I think he showed it in the preseason game. I want to see what he can do. I think the floor for Heinicke is higher, but by God, I think the ceiling for Sam Howell is much higher. The arm strength, it's not even close. Not even close. Sam Howell can let that thing rip. When we were at the Senior Bowl and I met with like the people that track like the stats. It's through Zebra, but they track they actually put chips in the football. Sam Howell had the hardest throw, the fastest spinning footballs of the entire weekend by a lot. I'm talking like 200 RPMs. It was not even close. They said they have never seen numbers like that since they've been measuring it. And that's with Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, some of these quarterbacks that have been there, Desmond Ridder, Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis. They said he blew the numbers out of the water with how he throws the ball. And I'm not saying he's like the next coming of Jesus. I'm just saying there is potential in this guy. You got lucky enough to draft him in the 5th. He wasn't drafted in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I get it, whatever. And first off, I'm going to address this too, because people just assume that since he was drafted in the 5th round, I get this all the time on Twitter, but he was drafted in the 5th round for a reason, Josh. If he was that good, they wouldn't have been even worried about Carson Wentz. They would have just rolled with him and blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I'm sick of where guys played college and where they're drafted. I can throw out examples of, Kurt Warner and all these undrafted guys like Taylor Heinicke. If you're back in Taylor Heinicke, I get it. But I'm so sick of people saying, oh, Sam Howell's not going to be good because he was a 5th round pick like Tom Brady was. I'm not saying he's going to be Tom Brady. I'm not asking him to be Tom Brady. I'm just asking him to be an upgrade of what we have. I'm just so confused as to why people are okay with watching a mediocre quarterback. And that is what Taylor Heinicke is. He is a backup quarterback. I don't care how the situation gets Sam Howell to play. I just want the coaching staff to have the guts to say, our offense can be better with Sam Howell. It might not be next week. It might not be the week after that. But damn, next season, or even at the end of the season when the season's already over, which it's heading that way already, sitting here with our pathetic record of 2-4, while the rest of the NFC East is 6-0, 5-1, and 4-2. You really think there's a chance to make the playoffs? We are dead last in the division. The Giants are better than us. The Cowboys are better than us, and the Eagles are better than us. You think all 4 of us are making the playoffs? No. Unless Micah Parsons breaks his leg, Saquon Barkley gets traded, and the entire Eagles team, because they look dominant, just falls apart. There's no chance in hell Washington's going to be in the top 2 of the NFC East by the time the season ends. And if Taylor Heinicke balls out, so be it. Great. We are winning games. I want to win. But at the same time, I want to win, but also be working towards something. We are stuck in this pit of average and mediocrity. That is what we are with Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke is not the future. Can you agree with me on that? And if you think he is, then you're nuts. Go watch the games last year. I said it today, and I will say it again. Taylor Heinicke in 2021, our record was 7-9. No, records are not quarterback stats, but I'm putting that out there because people said we will win games with Taylor Heinicke. 7-9. 7-9. Passing, 321 completions on 494 attempts, 65%, not bad at all. 3,419 passing yards, not bad. 20 touchdowns, okay, I'll take it. 15 interceptions, and he was sacked 38 times. Rushed for 313 yards, 1 touchdown, and 7 fumbles. Can it be any worse with Sam Howell? Who knows? You do not know until you try. Well, Josh, the offensive line isn't good enough. We're not just throwing him out there. The situation's never going to be just perfect for Sam Howell or any quarterback. Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, CJ Stroud. I don't care if we sign Tom Brady. Your football team's never going to be in a perfect situation to play your quarterback. You have to have the guts to say, hey, we can be possibly better with Sam Howell. So by God, we are going to ramp him up in practice, because if Carson Wentz is out 6 weeks, which is what I'm thinking, I don't see him being 4 weeks. 6 weeks is very realistic. It wouldn't surprise me if it's 7. I think that 3rd round pick, the conditional pick we sent, I think it's safe. I don't think it'll turn into a 2nd. I think it'll stay a 3rd. That's fine. The dead cap hit next year for Carson Wentz is $0. That's fine. I don't want to look ahead. I don't want to say the season's over. But like I said, we are so far behind right now. Our team is not performing like it's supposed to. We still need to get Chase Young back. Our defensive line is feasting. The secondary is bad. William Jackson III's requesting a trade. Our 4th highest player on the team. There's so much going on with this team. We're not good. We shouldn't have won that Bears game. If it wasn't for that muff punt, we lose that game. And we're sitting at 1-5. Very realistic. I get ifs, ands, buts. You know, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, it's nothing against Taylor Heinicke. It is 100% against being okay with being average. Watching Sunday against the Packers, and Heinicke has 170 yards and a touchdown and an interception, and we lose by a touchdown. That's what I feel like is going to happen, and we lose. I would rather those stats be with Sam Howell and say, you know, he has some work to do. We see some good. We have some bad. Let's watch the tape and see what we got in Sam Howell. We have 6 weeks to play with this time. And I know the coaching staff wants to win games. They were playing Heinicke. There's no doubt about it. And that is fine. I'm not mad at it. I am just mad at the fact that we have to do this every single year. Do not act like Heinicke is just going to win us every single game in this 6-game stretch. And like I said, Philadelphia, New York, and Dallas just fall apart. That is not how this works. This is not, if you're new here, this is not how it works. So we have the Packers coming up, the Colts, the Vikings, the Eagles, and the Texans are the next 6. Say we split that. We just split them. We've already shown that we can't beat the Eagles, not even close. Can't beat the Cowboys in the division, not even close. With Cooper Rush, they're about to get Dak back. Say we split the 6. So we win 3 more. We're 5-7. This isn't 2020. This isn't the COVID year where we're going to make it into the playoffs 7-9 because guys can't play because of COVID. This isn't that season. I'm sorry. And like I said, I'm not hating on Heinicke. I'm just sick of people holding on to one play that in a game that we didn't even win. I get it. The story is cool. It's awesome. But when are we going to grow up as a franchise and try to be more than average? I'm not saying guaranteed Sam Howell is the future. He is a lock. Trust me, I want Hendon Hooker, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, or the year after that, Caleb Williams, Quinn Ewers. By God, draft a quarterback until you have the future. But the last thing I want to do is, according to the way the season's going, we're going to lose. We're going to have a top 10 pick. The way it's going, it looks like it's very possible. Which, by the way, the Eagles have almost a top 5 pick right now, and they're about to win the division. But the last thing I want to do is get to April, have that high top 10 pick, and then Sam Howell only plays the last like 3 games of the season or something. And you can't base what you have in a quarterback off of that. I'm just saying, I want to go into the draft and say, all right, Sam Howell is it. Excuse me. In that first round, we can draft offensive lineman, draft a lockdown corner like Joey Porter Jr., draft a safety, hell, any kind of help. Let's spend that high draft capital on a franchise guard, tackle, whatever. Or we say, hey, obviously Heinicke's not the future. Sam Howell, it's not there. He's a great backup. Wentz is gone. You have Howell and Heinicke next season. But then we draft a quarterback in the top 10. Please don't be Will Levis, by the way. I'm sorry. Don't be Will Levis. But even if it is him, by God, at least we're trying. I can't be so mad at that. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, whoever. You know you have to get a quarterback. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and we're doing the same shit next year. You have to draft a quarterback until it hits. I know the RG3, the Dwayne Haskins, whatever. It didn't work. Sometimes that's just how it rolls. You just got to find your guy. And I just want us to say, guys, this offense can be explosive. Can it be with Heinicke? Yes, he knows the offense. He can win you games. That's cool. That's what we need. At least be in the hunt and hope one of these NFC East teams fall. Do I think it'll happen? No. Do I think Heinicke's going to win us 6 games in a row? No. Not even close. I'm not expecting that at all. My expectations after watching these first 6 games of the season are extremely low. Hopefully, Jahan Dotson comes back next week, and hopefully Chase Young can come back sooner rather than later. I want him at 100%, though. Do not just roll him out there. But still, I want Sam Howell to get reps, experience, get to know this offense, and show what he can do with his feet and what he can do with his arm. Imagine a Heinicke that doesn't turn the ball over as much, that runs just as hard as him, runs as fast as him, as good in the pocket. And I know he ran into a lot of sacks at North Carolina. That offensive line was atrocious. I've seen many North Carolina games. I watched a ton of them. Offensive line did not help him, but he also was the second highest in breaking tackles, with Malik Willis being number 1. And Javonte Williams, a couple years back, running back at North Carolina, was 3rd. And then when you're talking about big time throws, Sam Howell exceeds in it. You see the arm strength of Carson Wentz, the deep pass to Donnie Brown, who played with Sam Howell, by the way, broke a lot of records. But then also the pocket awareness and the mobility of Taylor Heinicke. In a way, I think they kind of are put together. I just don't see him turning the ball over as much as Wentz and Heinicke does. Like I said, 15 interceptions and 7 fumbles last year by Heinicke. I'm not dogging him. It is nothing against him personally. I'm just sick and tired of doing this every single season, the same cycle. Quarterback gets hurt, roll in the average guy who's not the future, who's not going to just magically win you the NFC East and get you in the playoffs and make some magical run. It's not going to happen. So see what you have in Howell. You saw the splashes by him in the preseason game. Like I said, it's just preseason. I don't care. See what you got in him. The schedule coming up outside, like say the Packers, cool. Colts, they're beatable. Vikings, they're obviously good. The Eagles, obviously, are likely going to kill us. Then the Texans and Falcons. Those are 2 games I would love to see Sam Howell in, but who knows? So when I say what I do on Twitter, it is nothing personal to Heinicke. I'm just sick and tired of this fan base being okay with being average, being okay with just being okay. No, I want to be electric. I want to look like these good teams do all day Sunday. After we won our game, we didn't have to worry about us losing. I watched other teams. I watched other coaches look better than Ron Rivera, which I think there's 29 coaches better than Ron Rivera. And I saw quarterbacks, Bailey Zappi and the Patriots. I get it. The only reason he's playing is because Hoyer got hurt. He's better than Brian Hoyer, obviously. Hell, he might be better than my boy Mac Jones. Who knows? But I saw quarterbacks. I saw Mitch Trubisky beat Tom Brady. I saw, Kenny Pickett look pretty good before then. I'm just saying, you've got to roll the dice and see what you got, man. You have to play the kid at some point. You drafted him for a reason. You didn't just do it to fill a roster spot. You like what you saw. You really liked him there in the 5th. Cool. See what you got. So don't take what I say about Heinicke personally. Do I hope we win? Yes. Do I want him to succeed? Yes. I don't want us to keep losing. It sucks. Would it be nice to have a top 3, 4 pick and possibly get a franchise quarterback? Of course. Because I want a long-term success. I want a new owner. I want a new GM. I want a new head coach. Trust me, I want to just hit the reset button on the entire front office and the coaching staff and build around all this talent we have. We have too much talent to suck. So do you go Taylor Heinicke or do you go Sam Howell? Personally, I want to see Sam Howell, but Ron Rivera, he's on the hot seat. You got to win games. Heinicke knows the offense. Obviously, he's the clear-cut choice because you're trying to win games. It's only been 6 games. You're trying to win games. You're not even, halfway there yet. Get through the season, but still, if things go back, I think Heinicke will have a short leash to the point where if it's getting ugly, they'll roll Sam Howell in. So say the Packers up like 21-0 on us at halftime or something. Who knows? Sam Howell could come in. But I just want to see what we have. I want to know. I want to know that we can be better than what I'm seeing every single Sunday and every single year where we are just watching average quarterback play. It is exhausting. So nothing against Heinicke. I just know he does not have the upside to be the future quarterback. If he was, they wouldn't have went and got Carson Wentz. So it just tells you, as high as you are on Heinicke, I don't think the coaching staff is as high because they spent the money and the draft capital to go get Carson Wentz. So, like I said, I offend a lot of people on Twitter. I'm sorry. But at the same time, you should want to win, which we might win some games with Heinicke. That's fine. But I want to sustain long-term success. I want to be fun to watch. I want to be exciting. Does he make some big plays? Yes. Does he make some bonehead plays? Absolutely. I hope we win with him. Cool. But I want to see what Sam Howell has. So I get it. If you're on the Heinicke hive, that's cool. Awesome. But I'm so sick of just average quarterback play. I'm sick of it. Pylon dives don't excite me. When we lose, did he beat Tampa Bay last year? Yeah. So did Mr. Trubisky last week. There's no banner for that. I want to be in the playoffs. I want to win big games. I want to have winning records, win the NFC East again. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. We've been killing it big time. Going to be talking about some other videos coming up. Talk about the defensive line, how they've been feasting. Like I said, follow me on Twitter. I've been dropping some dope graphics. Got a lot of heat and hate for the Bryce Young jersey swap. I do that for fun. Graphic designing is my passion. That's what I'm in college for. Trying to get my degree in. That's what I want to do for a career. And I'm an Alabama fan, and I had people reach out and say, hey, do a jersey swap with Bryce Young. Turned out great. I loved it. Had a good time. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it because I put a 9 on him, which is stupid. I don't care about a number. I didn't draft him and give him the number 9 jersey. Sonny Jurgensen's a legend. I'm going to retire his number this year. That's fine. I just put the 9 on there because that's his college number. But still, I appreciate all the support, whether it's on the channel and on Twitter, sharing my work and just talking ball. That's what I like. I like hearing other people's opinions. I love interacting with the fans, but don't come at me with some stupid shit and don't come at my stuff with some negative, like, oh, this is corny, doing some edits of players, stuff like that. It's something I enjoy. Go do what you enjoy. If you like what I do and you support me, I appreciate you. I love y'all. But if you go out of your way to show me some negative energy and try to bring me down off of some other stuff and things I enjoy, then I ain't got time for you. I'm not going to entertain that. Like I said, if I ever come at y'all hostile or anything on Twitter, it's because that's what I get in my DMs and mentions all the time. I don't mean to, but I just want to talk ball. I want to talk about this team, and damn, I want to be good. I want to talk about winning. I want to talk about, big time plays down the field, exciting stuff like the De'Ami Brown touchdown. I want that every single week. I want us to win. So subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. It's been a crazy year already. Nothing short of what we expected here in Washington. And I'll see y'all next time on Taking Command with Josh Taylor. Peace.